Okay, this print is 91% finished. It basically just has to put an edge around here, a finished edge, and it will be a pencil holder. As you can see for yourself, it's printing right now, okay, with all the retractions required. So this printer is an FDM printer, filament deposition modeling. All of the print, all of this here is based on the very first layer, that went down. From there up, it's all dependent on that very first layer. If that first layer comes loose, it's done. So as long as you get your tramming correct, you get your print surface correct. This is a non-sticky bed. This bed is not sticky. Also, it's not heated. You can see right there, 0 set point. This is a non-heated, non-sticky bed. As you can see, it doesn't need it. All right? So there's no warping, no curling, no messy ass glue stick. All right? No magic. It's literally, once that first layer goes down, it's all based on that going up. All right? This is the print head that's doing it. It's not a direct drive. It doesn't need any of this crap to change how the filament gets through here. Okay, the filament comes from right there, goes through the plastic extruder right here. This is the original plastic extruder body that came with this printer 6.5 years ago. If that lever cracks, just replace it. All right, simple as that. $3, 5 minutes, and you don't need to change your E-steps. You don't need to recalibrate. You don't need to do anything. Just change it. Don't go with a metal extruder, because there's all kinds of problems that you're going to run into. If not now, then later. All right? This has never had any problems in the entire time it's been on this printer. The stepper motor's over here. Everything, all the weight is over here. The only thing that delivers the filament to the print, to the hot end, is this Bowden tube. It's not the blue tube, because the blue tube has a smaller inside diameter, which causes friction around this curve. You don't want that. The white Bowden tube is perfectly designed for this printer. The hot end, you don't see any electronic gizmo here, any gadgets, because you don't need to tram the bed with a gadget. Just use the paper feeler gauge. The thickness of a piece of paper is all you need as a feeler gauge. All right? You just tram this bed right here on the tape. You have to tram it on the tape, because you have to take into account the thickness of the tape, not the bed. You're not checking it out here. You're not printing out here. The tape is put only where the model is being printed. In fact, this is way bigger than it needs to be. This line out here, one of them is the skirt. One of them is an indicator line that I put in the G code. That's so that I can see if it prints well all the way around. It has to maintain the proper thickness all the way around. Then it goes into the print itself. That very first layer is as smooth as paper, right? No lines, no gaps, no anything to worry about. So that very first layer is what indicates the standards for building for printing this. So when this comes off the bed, that first layer will replicate the surface texture of the tape, because it was so well put down. It's going to copy the texture of the tape. Again, this is a non-sticky bed. This is not sticky. All right? I don't know why people try for sticky beds, because the physics is what's holding this to the bed. Proper physics is what's maintaining the adhesion. Okay? Heat of the nozzle. Heat of the nozzle starts out for the proper adhesion. Okay? Then it continues up from there. Nothing is holding this to the bed at all except itself. All right? No glue, no anything, just proper tramming, the proper distance, and it's done. It's almost like it prints itself. It doesn't need me. All right? So this has been printing like this for 6.5 years. Every day I printed something. All right? So without fail, zero set point is the bed temperature. It's not needed. All right? I even save energy, all right, because it's a non-heated bed. Doesn't need it. Original springs. These are the original springs that came on this printer. Not yellow ones, not chunks of rubber. It's the original springs that came with this printer all that time ago. And it will print like this every single time. So it's level front to back, side to side, corner to corner. It's level. So as long as you start with a level surface, there's nothing to account for. There's nothing to adjust for. So you don't need the gizmo. You don't need the gadget that's mounted here. All that extra weight, you don't need that. The direct drive, you don't need that. You don't need to change what happens to the filament up here before it gets to here. It literally just gets pulled off the spool with the extruder, gets pushed down the sticky or frictionless Bowden tube through the hot end, right here, the simple hot end. It's Bowden tube, heat sink, heat block, print. That's it. Simple. Again, it almost takes care of itself. So happy printing. Just keep it simple, keeps it printing. That's all you have to do. If you're looking to print something and not dick with it, all the time, assemble the printer according to factory specifications. That's all you got to do, because they went through the effort of designing it, and you don't need to reinvent the printer to get something else out of it when it prints like this. This is FDM printing, not resin. All right, so it can be done. All right. So again, no stringing, no warping, no curling, no problem. All right, happy printing. E-steps are still at 93. No calibration needs to be done. Literally everything is as the firmware was when I purchased it, because it works. It always has, always will. Another 6.5 years, every day. All right.